Hey, welcome to Sunny Jam with Arlo. This is episode number 36. I'm so glad you stopped by. Hey, I thought today on the Jam we'd take a little listen to the outro solo on my new song Loaded Gun. I just put that up on my Reward Music website there last week, so you can download it on there now. The solo came out pretty good, but I was really struggling with it, and I thought, well, let's think about some other guitar players. Maybe I can get some inspiration from one of my favorites, and Robert Fripp came to mind, and so I kind of put a Fripp type solo at the end there, which I think came out pretty good. But I thought, hey, why haven't I been listening to the Crim in a while, and why did I think of Fripp to do this? I just don't know why he came into my head, but oh yeah, Toyah and Robert. I've been watching a lot of that. Stick around. Burning on the ground, politicians. Hey, welcome back to the Jam. Hey, we're going to listen to that outro solo in just a second, talk about King Crimson. But if you're new to the channel, my name's Arlo, and I'm doing home recordings in my home studio. I do videos on YouTube. And I'm getting ready to go into the studio here in August. I'm going to Sunset Sound Recording Studio out in Los Angeles. Going to record some music, do a video in there, and work with my buddy Drew Dempsey there. It's going to be pretty good. So if you want to check that out, listen to my music, check out my Reward Music website. You can go on there. You can listen to my music on there. There's like a spot where you can click right there, and then you can buy or download the songs. You can also go to the subscription area there. And for $30, if you purchase that, then you get the streaming of the recording session when that comes out. You'll be able to download it, and then there'll be a t-shirt you get, and then you can stream and listen to all my songs. I just added Loaded Gun, the newest song, last Sunday, and I'm working on a new song right now. It'll be up pretty soon. But I appreciate everybody that's been buying some of my music on there, and I got a subscription the other day, which was really cool, from an old friend, Steve Eschenberg. He got the subscription on there, which I really appreciate, and thanks so much, Steve, for doing that. And yeah, you can just follow my channel, on YouTube, or you can go on there, and I'll just tell you more about what I'm doing. But I really appreciate all the help everybody's been giving me with it so far. Yeah, so let's get into this. And real quick, before we talk about Crim and the outro solo, I got two other things I want to show you real quick that are really cool. This week, Dave Kersner just announced that Cruise to the Edge is going to be going on next year, and the lineup is phenomenal. So Dave, if you don't know, I've met him through IK Multimedia. He does a bunch of stuff, for them, and he's a big guy in the prog rock world. Works with the guys from Genesis and some guys from Yes and a bunch of different stuff. But he does this Cruise to the Edge every year, and wow, he put up who's playing, and check it out. It's they got Marillion, Alan Parsons, Transatlantic, Al Di Meola, King's X, Adrian Belew, a former Crim, Martin Barr, oh wow, Stickman, and I think that's Tony Levin, McStein Miniman's going to be killer. Our buddy Stu Ham, which we just saw, me and my brother went and saw him and Alex Skolnick there pre-COVID, got to meet Stu, which was really cool. Dave's going to be playing there, Fernando Perdomo, McBroom Sisters from Pink Floyd fame. So if you're into prog rock, that type of just awesome music, you should check that out. It's they do like a cruise, and then there's all this music going on all the time. So it looks pretty phenomenal. Maybe if I'm not doing nothing, I will get on that. But that's coming up next year in May. So keep your eyes on that. The other awesome thing, since we're talking about Crim, I went back, started listening to some stuff, some of the old Crim stuff, and then I found this. Robert Fripp's going to be playing down on Long Island. He's doing his cadre of crafty guitarists. So they're doing performances and probably doing some lesson type stuff is what it looks like. The Art of Guitar. That looks pretty phenomenal. So you should check that out. That's coming up this year. This is in August 16th through 20th. So I was stoked about it. I was like, oh, it's down Long Island. Maybe I'll go. And then I saw the dates, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to be in LA in the studio then. So that was kind of a bummer, but it's not, I'm still stoked I'm going to the studio. So, But check that out. That might be something cool for you to go to if you're a big Crim fan. So let's talk about the Crim. So I got into King Crimson back in when I was a teenager. I've talked before. My dad got me and my brother playing guitars, and we were. My dad had a band with his buddies from high school, and one of the band members, Kenny Tarr, is my dad's cousin. He played keys, and he would get dad and them in all this crazy stuff he was listening to, Talking Heads when they first come out, and then and King Crimson was a big one that Kenny loved. So Kenny got me listening to Red and Stars Bible Black, and then later on I got into stuff with like Blue. I really like Thrack. There's a live Thrack called Thrack Attack that's really good. So all you young guitar players should be checking out. There's a bunch of different incarnations of the Crim with different players throughout the years. The lineups are always changing, so there's always like these different bands with totally different types of music they're playing. It's still in the same realm of music, but it's all sounds completely different. So it's really good. So you young guitar players should be checking out King Crimson. I saw them live one time. It was at a Horde festival, I think, when I used to do those. And we walked in, they were playing, they blew us away. And then Lenny Kravitz played, which was really good. And then Neil Young came out and played, and he was like super loud. I couldn't understand why he was so loud. I mean, it was awesome, but I never expected him to be that loud. But that was a good show, and hoping to see Robert play again. And then Adrian Belew plays over at Daryl's house a good bit, so I'll probably catch him over there once that gets fully opened again. Check all that good stuff out. So big Crim fan, and I started writing a song, and the song kind of for me is, I was thinking more Government Mule, Warren Haynes as I was writing it, and that's how the middle solo felt to me and how that was all built. And then I got to the end solo, and there's like the real heavy guitar part, which you're going to hear in a second. And I was struggling. It just wasn't flying. I was like, well, maybe I'll think about a different guitar player in here. And for some reason, well, I know why. It's like I've been watching all these Robert and Toyah videos on YouTube, I think. And I've been loving those. They started doing those like a year ago now. And if you haven't seen it, check it out. Just go to YouTube, Toyah and Robert. And they play all these crazy songs, and she wears all these crazy outfits. And now he's doing all this stuff. And but I got a really great, positive, upbeat, fun vibe to it. And that's what I like the most about it. I mean, there's like the physical, they're watching that, I mean, Robert's a handsome guy, right? So, I'm happily married to my wife, but Robert's a handsome guy. But anyways, so I've been watching that, and I think that's why he kind of popped into my head. So I started going into the solo with him in my mind, and I started building this kind of ascending run that he does in some of his songs. So let's take a listen to it. I hope you like it. Let's get into here. So this is I've got it in. This was my mastering chain. I was using the Shadow Hills compressor. I think I just did a dB or two of gain reduction there, and then I put the master desk on, which this thing is phenomenal. This really got the level up, and I tried a couple different presets in there because I haven't had enough time to spend messing with this, and I did this gentle widen preset, and it just made everything sound pretty good. So let's take a listen. It's going to come in right when the heavy guitar is kind of kicking in, and then you'll hear that run start to build. So here we go. That was fun. Drop me some comments below because I'd like to know what you think of this solo. If you go to my rewards site, you'll hear the middle solo in the preview there, and they're very different. But I'd be curious to see if you guys like this. I'm going to keep, once I get with the band and we start jamming through this, I'll probably mess with the solos even more. And it could come out totally different by the time we get to the studio. But I think it's pretty fun. So drop me a couple comments below. Let me know if you like my Robert Fripp influenced solo there. And make sure, if you can, check out my reward site. Buy a song, do a little subscription, help your brother Arlo get to LA. I really appreciate it. I appreciate everybody coming along with me so far. And I did. I'm doing Instagram live feeds now too. Live streaming. I got my iRig stream from IK. They sent me free, which was really cool of them. And so I'm doing some live streams on Instagram, and I'm going to be doing them in my studio as I work on stuff. The other night was really cool. I got to talk to my buddy Hex out in California. We talked guitars and Derek trucks, and he was telling me all about Tragically Hip, which was really cool. And that was cool. That was the first we met through IK's Instagram things with Dave, and then we both are Mule fans, and so it was cool meeting Hex and talking to him. And so check out my Instagram. Just follow me. It's just Arlo Tar. It's all one word. If you follow me on there, and then you'll see me pop up there as the weeks go on. And yeah, I'll be working in here. I'll probably have some other guests on. I'm hoping we get Dave Kersner on. Hint, hint, Dave. Love to get him on and talk to him. Would be cool. And yeah, so much more will be coming with the Instagram. With my YouTube channel, make sure you hit the subscribe so you kind of keep seeing what's going on this summer. It's going to keep building to this crescendo, I'm sure. But I'm having fun with it. So going to get going, get working on the next song. The next song has got like a kind of Little Feat type thing to it, but I'm doing this like real heavy solo riff stuff with that as well. So far it's coming out pretty good. So I'll have that up and done here probably another week. And yeah, so gonna get rolling. Hope you guys get to play some guitar today. You take care now. Bye-bye. Never die. Leaves will turn again. What should